Everybody, this is Carla and I am back with another encouraging word. Today's devotional is titled Period or Pause. Isaiah 46:10 in the NIV. I have made known the end from the beginning, from ancient times. What is still to come, I say, my purpose will stand and I will do all that I please. And then Isaiah 46:10 in the Amplified, declaring the end and the result from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure and purpose. So, how do we know if God has put a period or a pause on our lives? Well, we're still alive and breathing. That's how. There's just a pause, no period. If we're still on this earth, then God's not finished writing our story for His glory. He knows the beginning from the end, and unless He says it's over, it ain't over. He is still working in and through our lives. So if you get to a season that seems to be going on and on and on, and sometimes they do feel like that, step back and ask the Lord, what is it that He's doing in my life? What is He trying to teach me? What is He trying to get me to see and understand? He'll show you, but sometimes we don't like what we see. I've done that, and He's shown me many things in my heart that I didn't like, but I needed to know that these things were still in there so that I could allow Him to pull this gunk out of my heart. Without those lessons, we would not become more like Him. He uses the pause in our lives to slow us down so that we can absorb and soak in everything He's trying to teach us, because He really does want the best for us. Many, many times in the Bible, when there's a comma, you will also read the words, but God. This is where God steps into the situation and turns it around for His purpose according to His plan. This is when the people in the Bible had to trust the Lord's timing and the ultimate plan for their life. Sometimes things will look really, really bad. They can look terrible. But God steps in and swiftly and suddenly turns things around. You just look at Abraham. So when Abraham took Isaac up, Isaac had the wood. He knew they were supposed to go up and sacrifice a lamb, and he asked his dad, hey, where's the ram? Where's the lamb? We don't have the animal to sacrifice, because he didn't know that he was going to be the sacrifice. But just when Abraham reached up his knife, was just fixing to sacrifice Isaac, the angel of the Lord said, stop! No, Abraham, don't do it. Abraham looked around, and there, caught in a bush, was a ram caught by his horns. You can read about that in Genesis 22:13 through 18. God had already provided a way out of Abraham's situation, but Abraham didn't know. That's why God is God, and we're humans. We don't need to know everything He's doing. We just have to trust Him. And Abraham trusted God so much that he had told his servants, we will return. That meant that he knew that even if he sacrificed Isaac, the Lord had the power to raise him from the dead. Go read it. It says, we will return. Man, now that is some faith. Sometimes God will let us go all the way to the edge and then stop us from going over the cliff. He knew what we would do and where we would go. But God steps in and turns things around in our lives. Negative circumstances do not define our lives, and they certainly do not depict the end of our story. Sometimes God will put a pause where we think there's a period. Sometimes we think, well, is this it? I'm not going any further. I'm not doing anything else for you, Lord. But nothing is over in our lives until God says so Himself. So until we are absent from the body and present with the Lord, we're going to keep on keeping on. Don't stop just because things look or feel bad. Keep going, trusting in the one that turns things around and works all things together for your good. Don't put a period where God has only put a pause. Listen, we don't know what the Lord has for us. I don't know what He has for me. But I keep doing the next right thing. I just keep doing what He told me to do now. And right now I write devotionals and I make videos. And if He has something more for me, then He will reveal that to me. If He doesn't, then I'm going to sit still right here where I'm at doing what I'm doing until He says something else. I'm going to let that pause marinate my soul. I'm going to let that pause teach me something. God hasn't put a period on my life yet. So why would I stop doing His work? Why wouldn't I just keep persevering? Listen, we can't give up just because things aren't going the way we think they should and they're not in our timing. Everything is in God's timing, and His timing is perfect. He's never early. He's never late. He's an on-time God. Come on, somebody. Just when you think you can't go another step, He will give you some energy and get up and go in your life that you didn't even know you had. The Lord is good, and He is faithful. He pauses us, maybe for a season, maybe for a year, maybe 2 years. I don't know. He does things the way He wants to do because He's God. He doesn't do things the way we want Him to do. But we love Him anyway because we know He knows what's best for us. He loves us more than we could ever imagine. And He only wants what's good for us. So let Him pause your life. Let Him pause your season so that you can reflect on what He's teaching you. Spend more time with Him. If you draw close to Him, He'll draw closer to you. Whatever it is He's doing in your life, you can bet your bottom dollar and take it to the bank that it's going to be for your good. Anyhow, this is our story, but it's all for His glory. So let Him work in you and do whatever it is He wants to do. Today and every day, be encouraged. Bless others. Hold on to hope. Believe in God's promises and trust in the Lord always.